against Tom Glavine. Base hit. That's what he's talking about.
That's what he's talking about. That's the hitman, Mike Eastman.
See, read, and explode. Jim Edmonds, the hitter now. He walked his first time just in front of Will Clark's home run. Just a bit low, I guess, on the outside. Awfully close. 2-0 to count now. To Edmonds. Renteria over at first base. Cardinals had 3 in the first, another in the second. They've hit 2 home runs already against Tom Glavine. And now he's immediately back into trouble in this inning. 2-1 now to Edmonds. The big hitters are up. Edmonds, then Will Clark, Eric Davis, and Ray Lankford. This Cardinal team with lots of power other than Mark McGwire. I mean, they lost an extraordinary amount of power when they lost McGwire, but they have a lot of power remaining. Whoa, 3-1.
It's not that he's making a lot of bad pitches, like throwing pitches in the middle of the plate or leaving the balls where they can get to them. The pitch to Renteria was a fastball on the outside corner. He went out and brought it back. And so far, this is bad. Edmonds is just laying off of pitches just off the outside part of the plate.
3-1 the count. Ripped down the right field line. That's going to go to the wall. Renteria to third, and he'll be held there by Oquendo. A double for Edmonds, and Will Clark is coming up with nobody out. There's Renteria at third, Edmonds at second, and the middle infield stays back. That hit him. And now the bases are loaded for Eric Davis. Well, now you've got a guy who hit .391 against left-handed pitching coming up. Up and away. 1 ball and no strikes to Eric Davis.
But I guess hitting .391, that means he made a little over 4 outs every 6 outs every 10 at bats, and you just want 1 here. So percentages work well over the course of a season, but in any 1 at bat, you can throw out the percentages, and that's what he's doing here. He's figuring, well, maybe I can get a ground ball and get a double play, or I can pop him up. The danger with Will Clark hitting, you know he's going to put the ball in play. And if he pulls the ball, again, that's going to bring in 1 run and move a runner into scoring over to third with less than 2 outs, where he could score on a fly ball. So not all bad that he put him on first base.
Eric Davis with over 300 in the regular season. 3 men on, nobody out. Got the outside on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, Glavine, I'm sure, wants 2 outs here from Davis. He'll take 1. And the Braves are playing their infield defense, where they would exchange a run to get a double play. I mean, they're in danger of just being buried right here. Didn't get that call, and he wanted it. 2-1 the count. There's Renteria, who singled, Edmonds, who doubled, and Clark hit by the pitch. Clark kind of looked like a little Craig Biggio move up there.
Yeah.
2-1 the count. Left center field, Andrew Jones on the move near the warning track. Tagging is Renteria. He scores. Also tagging Edmonds. He moves over to third. And it is 5-2 St. Louis.
So it actually worked out the same way. If Will Clark would have pulled the ball, he would have scored a run and moved the runner over to third with less than 2.
You know who has commented about that is Willie Mays. Guys not setting themselves when they make a catch to make the throw afterward. The Ashby, a veteran starting pitcher, acquired from the Philadelphia Phillies in mid-July. Carlos Hernandez, who used to be a battery mate of Andy Ashby's in San Diego. In fact, 2 Octobers ago, they were battery mates against Atlanta in a very hard-fought league championship series, in which the defeated Atlanta. It's Lankford at second. Into the knees for a strikeout. He throws hard and the ball usually sinks.
He has a good sinking fastball. But John, I want to go back to Glavine for a second. We talked about at the beginning of the show that he wasn't any tougher on left-handers than he was right-handers. Left-handers in this game were 4 for 6 against him with a base on balls and a hit fastball. So he did not handle the left-handers, and that's really why he's out of the ballgame. The left-handers beat up on him. Will Clark with the 3-run homer, Ray Lankford with the 2-run double. The left-handers hurt him more than the right-handers did. I mean, that's something that you just normally do not expect against left-handed pitching.
Left-handed hitters had 5 RBIs out of the 7 runs scored. Carlos Hernandez for the 1-ball 2-strike count. And that one will get Lankford to third. Looked like a slider that got away. So the wild pitch puts a runner at third with 1 out.
And if you're the Braves, you have to play the infield in because you just cannot afford to fall 6 runs behind this early in the ball game. But you do have time if you can get out of this inning. I mean, the game's not over. 7-2 is a pretty safe lead, you think, but there's a long ways to go in this ball game.
Andy Ashby working out of the bullpen. First time he's pitched in relief in 7 years. Slow chop foul on the third base side. Chipper Jones picks it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And you talked about Carlos Hernandez having back surgery when it's over. And you can watch he's giving in a little bit. Even though he hit a long home run, he's doing it just with his upper body. He's not twisting. He's not using his legs. He's just swinging with his upper body, which sometimes helps you as a hitter because it keeps you under control.
Struck him out. Good hard sinker. And then the Cardinals, with a 3-game sweep over the Padres, went 3-1 ahead of Atlanta. And we're hoping to celebrate a win and go to the World Series right here in their own ballpark. But the Braves, with Tom Glavine pitching, defeated them 14-0 and just destroyed them in the last 3 games of that best of 7. But one thing that Bobby Cox has, well, that he cannot count on. He won't be able to come from a 3-1 deficit in this series.
No.
If the Cardinals make it 3-1, they move on. This is a best of 5. Kyle over to shortstop. Long throw by Furcal, who's got a great arm, and the tag by Galarraga, who came off the bag, and that is the inning.